Welcome back, guys and gals, to the channel. Yes, what has happened to Beyond Meat? The company that was high flying in 2021, 2020 has absolutely gone kaput the last couple of years. And if you're still in it, are you heading to bankruptcy? Yes, are you heading to bankruptcy, folks? That's what we need to find out here on this episode of Beyond Meat. We're going to do a stock analysis, where we're going to look at net profit, earnings per share, revenue, dividend yield, total liabilities, total assets, free cash flow, return on invested capital, and everything in between. And if you stay right to the end, I will give you the potential intrinsic value of this company. Yes, potential intrinsic value of Beyond Meat. Is it worth looking at buying again? Have they gone through the rough period and about to soar? Or are they off to the races and bye-bye down the back straight, last of all, Beyond the Meat? Let's find out right here, right now on the channel. Remember to like and subscribe. Well, welcome back, guys and girls, to the channel Beyond Meat. What is it? That is the answer that some people might be asking. What is it? Well, pretty much it's a processed company for plant-based food. Yes, they want to pretend to be real meat. Doesn't taste like the real meat. Some people argue it does, but at the end of the day, it's not the same as real meat. It's a plant-based formula to try and simulate the taste of beef or whatever the chicken food and the meat is trying to be. But it's completely failed off the scale. Or am I just, is there hope? Well, let's have a look at the financials. Let's see if Beyond Meat can survive in 2024. Well, revenue from 418 billion down to 350 billion. That's not a good start, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like they'll drop down to 100 billion or something. So there's potential there. Net profit 366 million to 250 million. So it's dropping. It's not good. Not good. I'm not saying it's great either, but like down, what, 30%, something like that. Yeah, so not good there with net profit. Earnings per share minus 3.75. Not good at all. Not good at all. PE ratio, well, there is no PE ratio, obviously, if the company's not making any moolah at the moment. Yeah, so there's a little bit of, minus 250 million, sorry, minus, these are minuses. So it's actually not too bad. PE ratio, 52-week range of $5.50 to $22.87. Not good. If we go beyond that, for the year range, it was 68% down, and for the 5-year range, it's down 70%. So not good, but there's a bit of a range from there. If you go to like 2022, it's probably down 90%. That's how bad it was at the highs, over $200. If you brought in and still stayed in now, unfortunately, it might be the end of their money. Clearly, hopefully, you sold out before then, but never know. Beyond Meat could just turn around and goes up to 500, and you look like a winner eventually. That's the name of the game. Good luck to you. There's no dividends on this company, so you don't have to worry about dividends with this one. Short interest, 38%. Well, what does that tell you, folks? Bankruptcy all day long, more than likely. Market cap of 431 million. Yeah, sorry, I'll have to retrack, go back to the revenue. It was 418 million. Yeah, so 315, yeah, so not billion, 350 million. Sorry about that. Market cap of 431 million. Yeah, so there's a lot to work on for this company. They really need to do something huge to really get going if they want to be a decent company. Total assets of was 1.3 billion to 1.06 billion to 929 million. So they're getting smaller and smaller on that side. But total liabilities is quite good. I was surprised. It's 75.8 million to 78 million. So very good in terms of that. So yeah. But long-term debt over $1 billion, that's the danger, folks. That's the danger, the $1 billion debt. That is not good. Free cash flow minus 393. It's dropped back to nearly 200. So that's a positive. Shares outstanding 645 million. You'd be diluted all the way. And return on invested capital minus 36. Oh dear, the worst I've seen for a while. So that's not good. So can Beyond Meat turn it around for you folks? Is there any hope for the stock? I'm going to be clear and simple with you. I used to own Beyond Meat after it dropped from the 200 range. I thought, yeah, I'll give this guy a go. And it will, I thought, yep, it'll bounce back factor. Never bounce back. Take the loss and run, folks. That's the way I saw it. I just saw the potential for it to go to where it was, sold out, and move on. If you're in a stock that you don't fully believe in, get out. Simple as that. If you fully believe in it, stay in it. But Beyond Meat was one of those. There was a riskier play. If it went to the moon, great. If it went down, let it go. Yeah, so they're just something in investing, and there's all different styles you can go with. You can have just completely just go safe, try to go safe all the way, and you might just beat the market if you're lucky. But you can also go a little bit riskier on a few plays, as well as have your consistent safe stocks. That way you get the best of both worlds. If one of them really do go boom for you, it really will help your portfolio. Some people say don't even take that risk, don't worry about it. Well, that's a good advice too. I'm not saying either way is wrong or right, but if you want to really get to the big bucks at times, you've got to take the risk. It's just like in business, you've got to take the risk. If you want to go all the way to the top, you probably got to do the most riskiest thing possible to get there. You can believe in it all, but at the end of the day, it's still a big risk. So yeah, Beyond Meat, what do they have to do? Obviously, got to turn around the negative net profit. They've got to turn around free cash flow. They've got to get that into the positive. They've got to pay down the debt, which you can't even afford to pay any debt at the moment. That's why the bankruptcy calls are coming. But if they do somehow sail through the 7 seas and come back out the other side, there is potential for money. Believe it or not. No guarantee nor financial advice. Do your own research before you invest into anything. But here is the potential intrinsic value of Beyond Meat. So if we look roughly currently here, at a $6 price range for Beyond Meat, that was over $200 before, folks, don't forget this, is negative 3.75, with a growth rate of 5%, which is not even that at the moment. The stock, you should be given $72, minus 72. If we drop it to -1, at least -1 earnings per share, and 10% growth, you're looking at still a $30 loss per share. If we get to just the positivity of 0.1 earnings per share, you're still overvalued at $3. But if it can somehow bounce to number 1 for a start, if it can somehow turn it around and get back to $1 earnings per share at 15% growth rate, you're off to the winner with a $40 stock. So there is your potential. Will it happen? I'd say highly unlikely, but it could happen. But they obviously got to turn around this management, and people have to believe in the product. That's the simple thing. Do people really believe in the product? Because this is what you got to look at. Okay. People that are vegetarian, do they want to have something that tastes like beef or all that stuff? No. Generally, they don't. If they're fully vegetarian, vegan, that's where the bottom line is. So you look at maybe people that are trying to cut off, so it's cutting off not having meat but still want the taste of meat. It's a very niche market from my opinion, and I think it's there at the moment. Like it's there for people, but I just think it's going to be a dying breed and see you later and move on. So for me, Beyond Meat is a runaway to the hills. Do not buy, sell it if you got it. Not financial advice, because it could completely turn around and you'd be proving me wrong. But to me, I just don't see a light at the end of the tunnel at the moment. But the free cash flow and net profit is slightly improving. So, I mean, at least improving in the right direction towards positivity. So there's a potential they maybe can turn it around. But anyway, that was just a synopsis of Beyond Meat stock analysis and intrinsic value. Sorry, I didn't really, the intrinsic value for people that don't know, I use current share price, earnings per share, growth rate, bond yield, and to get an intrinsic value. Just gives you a basic calculation. And then from there, you just add what you believe on top of that or minus it. This does not include dividends. You have to put, if there's dividends in the company, you've got to drop down this price more in terms of the return you're expecting to get. But that's just to give you an example of how intrinsic value works. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you at the next video.